I'm going to show you something that I'm noticing more and more, and now you'll notice it everywhere too. What do you hear in these clips?
Guy started it.
I started it, swatted away.
What did we just witness? Scored it again.
Those were all native speakers of English, yet they're using a sound not typically associated with English, the alveolar trill, rrr, also called a rolled R, but they're not using it as an R. So what's going on here? Are these the last vestiges of a dying phoneme? Are these people just a bit odd in their pronunciations, or is this sound taking over English? You can even help me research this. I first noticed this in a video of speakers of a New Zealand dialect.
This guy started it.
I started an Otai when I was a little girl.
It's worth noting that these people are Maori, and admittedly, I don't know too much about different New Zealand dialects, if this is common among Maori people specifically, maybe because of historical influence from the Maori language, although I doubt that because as far as I'm aware, Maori doesn't use a trilled R either. What I suspect is happening is that in this particular example, there are several alveolar plosives and or taps in quick succession. He started it, tadit, leads to 3 successive alveolar articulations separated only by short, unstressed vowels. So in a situation like that, it can simply be easier to convert that to a trill, since the vowels aren't being stressed anyway, and you can achieve successive articulations on the alveolar ridge, the space just behind your teeth, a lot more quickly with a trill than with repeated taps or plosives. And on the other side of the world, I noticed a similar example repeated dozens of times in this video.
Residency auditors, these auditors, how do auditors, auditors.
In this example, there are only 2 alveolar articulations in succession, D followed by a T, but in a North American accent like this one, similar to mine, those are typically allophonically pronounced as an alveolar tap, ra, instead of full plosives, ta or da. We say auditors, not auditors. So because that's a quicker, more relaxed articulation, again, only separated by unstressed short vowels, it is pretty easy to further change into a trill. I feel confident saying you wouldn't hear this from a speaker that fully pronounces at least one of those. For example, a British accent that says auditors. That sounded like a terrible British accent, but you get the point, right? If they're fully pronouncing D or T, it's probably not going to change into ra or r. This speaker is from Washington, D.C., but as far as I can tell, there is no trend of a typical Washington accent using trills instead of taps for allophonic D or T, let alone a greater trend across North America or English speakers in general. But I keep hearing it. At first, this seems to happen mostly or only in places where an alveolar tap is already common, with unstressed or reduced vowels in between successive alveolar articulations. But there might be a bit more to it than that. Whether it's a rule for any specific dialect, I don't know. I thought I was just hearing a few oddballs, but since then I've been hearing it way more. Since I started paying attention to it and recording these clips several months ago, maybe even a year ago, I think I even first heard the New Zealand clip like 2 years ago, I keep noticing it in more and more places. People with all kinds of accents.
How did it feel?
But it's because he understands the assignment.
The best strategy you should do.
But he's calling it again.
Residency auditors, these auditors, how do auditors, auditors.
This guy started it.
I started it, swatted away.
What did we just witness? Scored it again.
But I see basically no research or anyone else talking about how prevalent this actually seems to be. I don't know if this is a growing trend or if it's more common in certain regions or what. So to find out, I made this Google Sheet, which is linked in the description and available for anyone to open and contribute to. Please don't mess it up. Let's actually see how many examples we can find. Open the sheet, and column A is for a link to your example with a timestamp or link directly to that part of the media. If it's something you noticed in conversation that isn't recorded or isn't public, just describe it for us in detail. Column B is to write where this speaker is from. If you don't know, you can just leave it blank. Column C is to confirm yes or no that this is the alveolar trill r, not just some taps or something else. If you contribute the example, you shared the link, please do not fill this part out. I'd like someone else to listen and confirm. If you just added it and want someone else to listen, or you're listening to someone else's example and it's too difficult, you just don't feel confident in your judgment, or it's noisy or something like that, you can write clarification needed to let other people know that it still needs confirmation. Yes will automatically fill in the cell green, no will fill it in red, and clarification needed will fill it in yellow. As you can see, it doesn't matter how you capitalize the letters, but it must be exactly those letters with nothing else for the color to get applied to the cell. Column D is for confirming, again, preferably by a second or third listener, if it is in fact in place of T or D. We're not looking for a trilled R here, but a trilled T or D. Column E is for successive or single articulations. We'll get to single examples in a bit, but basically it's like started it, where there's multiple alveolar articulations in quick succession, write successive, which will be colored orange. If it's like this example,
his expected batting average,
just one alveolar articulation, write single, which will be colored blue. Column F is for yes or no. Does the speaker consistently pronounce this? For example, in the auditor's video, we can say yes because we hear it a lot. Basically, every time he says auditors, many times throughout the video. But in the batting example, he says batting multiple times throughout the video, but only trills it once. So we can say no. Then you can also write clarification needed if you want someone else to help out. But if it's something like a 10-second video with only one possible example, say unknown because we just don't have enough data or info to judge if it's consistent or not. If you only hear one example where it could have been the case, don't write no, it's not consistent. You just don't know if it's not consistent. Hopefully, if you help me fill in this sheet, we can learn more. Historically, many accents of English had trilled R. Going back to Old English, it was a standard phoneme. Today, you can still hear it, especially with certain Scottish accents.
Calgary, Alberta, that's the home of Bret the Hitman Hart. It's the home of Bret the Hitman Hart.
It's just no fair marking us.
And there are some other accents that do this as well, but I think even among those, it's becoming less common with the younger generation. And again, that's a trilled R. What I'm observing here is people doing it in place of D or T. So if I were to describe what I'm hearing with a rule in linguistics terminology, I would say something like, with multiple phonemic alveolar plosives ta or da that are pronounced in succession, word medially, separated only by unstressed short or reduced vowels, and allophonically realized as the alveolar tap, ra, they merge to become the alveolar trill, r, which seems like a relatively simple transition, but as you may have guessed, I'm hearing it even where there's just a single articulation, not only repeated articulations.
How did it feel? Better than what?
They have been my, my motivation.
How's the water looking?
butter in the mountains.
Peanut butter is overrated.
Have put a stop.
What are you? That's so petty.
I would have loved.
Why do all people?
He's got it.
It's literally
Running water.
But that is
I don't have baddest money as a little girl. Everybody.
had a not only a header bottom, but would have bottom corner yet again.
These examples would just be a regular T or D without other T's or D's to either end of it. So maybe the rule is just when alveolar plosives are realized as alveolar taps, they can randomly turn into alveolar trills. Unless I find a more consistent pattern, I can't do any better than that because I don't see any consistency into when this is applied. I even see some people do it sometimes, but not other times.
His batting average was 1,000. His expected batting average was 406.
And what's really blowing my mind is just how many of these examples I'm finding. After I did the auditor's video, I noticed it again and saved a clip. And I thought I would make a third short video about using r in English. First the New Zealand, then the auditors, then the third clip. But then I heard another example. So I thought, okay, there's another clip. And then another. And then another. And then anytime I think about making another short video about this with these examples I've saved, I hear even more. And I'm like, at this point, I might as well do a long video because there's so many examples that I keep finding. And the more I pay attention to it, the more I notice it. There's just so many examples. I can't believe that I haven't seen more discussion or research about this. I've looked it up. I don't see any published research. I don't even see Reddit threads about this. It's blowing my mind. It is so much that I find it hard to believe that I'm just casually, coincidentally encountering some odd ones out. I mean, the number of clips I have here is a drop in the ocean of English speakers, but the fact that I'm seeing this so frequently among my social media output, mostly from younger people, at least under middle-aged, from all over the US and even other countries, it makes me wonder if this has to be part of a larger trend. Maybe it's not. Maybe I am just happening across these examples, but I doubt the algorithm is feeding me more because of a single phoneme, which in some cases only happens once when they repeat the same word elsewhere and it doesn't happen again. And some of these, for example, the batting examples from a baseball video, because I see a lot of baseball videos on YouTube Shorts. So the algorithm's obviously not targeting anything phonetic with that, and I'm still finding it there. I mean, these videos aren't talking about the phonemes. They're talking about all kinds of different things, and it's maybe just one sound in a minutes-long video. So it's not like I'm in a phonetic echo chamber, am I? And then my most recent example is from the newest video of Windover Productions as of recording this, which is the same guy that does Half as Interesting, the auditor's video, but this time it was in place of voiced dental fricative th in the word the.
Easy to install. For the most part, it just snaps in place. For the most part,
This video is the most comprehensive look at this that I've seen. Maybe there's something else out there that I haven't seen. I doubt that I'm the first linguist to mention this, but if the same is true for you, contribute to the sheet and we might actually get some large-scale data on this. We might be able to point out where it's more common, who it's more common with, if there is a trend, if it is a new phonetic rule. This could be English's newest phoneme if it's actually a growing trend. Linguistically, it's a fairly common sound worldwide, but almost always where we would expect a rhotic sound, which is a group of R-like sounds. D and T are not rhotic, although the alveolar tap that we often allophonically realize D and T as in common speech is considered rhotic because it's another common sound, in fact, one of the most common phonemes in world languages and usually in place of what we would consider an R type of sound. So that probably facilitates this change, but have you noticed it? Let us know in the comments where you've heard it and add it to the sheet. And remember, I'm looking for specifically in place of T or D, not R. If I get a lot of entries, I'll do a follow-up video analyzing the data and join the Discord where we can discuss it in real time as new examples get added. Some people have already started discussing it over there. So that's all the linguistics I have for you today. In case you missed it, I added commission tiers to my Patreon so you can subscribe for 1 month, make a single payment if you want to commission a short video on a specific topic or answering a certain question so it doesn't get lost in the other comments that I don't see or don't have time to respond to. And I won't just save that comment for a year before I respond either. I'll respond quickly. I'll do my best. Of course, if you want to support me so I can make these videos consistently, my regular tier is where I upload my videos early and ad-free. This one has already been up there for a week, and I've started uploading scripts for future videos as well, so you can get an idea of what I start and end with, as well as occasional outtakes and behind the scenes. If you don't want to do that, just sharing this video with someone else who would like to watch it and liking and commenting can be just as helpful. As a small creator, it's very hard to justify the amount of time and effort I put into these videos, especially more detailed ones that require research like this. So it would help me a lot to be able to keep up this good work. Otherwise, I'll have to do more easy, quick videos that aren't as serious. But if you've made it this far, that already helps me. So thank you so much for watching. And until next time, remember, every accent, every dialect, every language, the way everybody speaks around the world, no matter what they look or sound like, are all equally valid and beautiful. Goodbye.
This guy started it.
I started an OTAR when I was a little girl.
residency auditors, these auditors, how do auditors, auditors.
How did it feel? But it's because he understands the assignment.
The best strategy you should do.
But he's calling it again.
This guy started it.
I started it, swatted away.
What did we just witness?
Caught it again. How did it feel? Better than what?
They have been my, my motivation.
How's the water looking?
Water in the mountains.
Peanut butter is overrated.
Have put a stop.
What are you? That's so petty.
Hold up.
Why do all people?
He's got it. It's literally running water. But that is
I don't have baddest money as a little girl. Everybody.
had a not only a header bottom, but would have bottom corner yet again.
For the most part,
He's probably the only person I've ever seen do this trick. This guy started it and he perfected it. But once he's got his glasses on, oh brother, it's smoke time. Woo! And you'll come back up with it on this. I told you. You'll come back up with it on his eyes.